still didn't heal, did I?
You did not heal here in the D-pad.
Doesn't seem to be mattering. Oh, where I'm John.
I'm Jeff.
Look how cool this
And
guy
I'm
looks.
eating a sandwich.
And this is Pokémon Sun, where we're actually going into like a new area for the first time. This is one that we definitely came over to there. There was like an ace trainer guy that was like, whoa, hey, whoa.
Hideous.
Get out of here.
That's a
This
That's
sandwich has a parsnip apple puree.
Parsnip
Penny
apple
Packers
puree.
Fucking delicious.
Penny Packers is S tier
Oh my god.
Boston sandwich heaven.
Man.
Savian,
Sorry I
if
got
you're-
us those shitty sandwiches for lunch.
No, these were actually really good. Also, for what it's worth, like those were really good and
fuck
huge,
yeah, I
and
saw
I still
my
have half of
sandwich.
mine left over. But Savian, if you're watching this episode, please vouch for how good Penny Packers is in the comments. Or Beans, if you're watching this, I know you've had it too. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's so the only place I've ever had Penny Packers is
Uh-oh.
at PAX East.
I was gonna
They
say, they
always
were at
have
PAX
the food
East.
truck
Yep.
in the food truck court. So
Man, oh man. I'm sad. I'm not going to Magfest this year. I
Nah.
thought about it, and I wanted to submit some stuff, and I was just like, I don't have the cash. I still feel weird about going to conventions in particular. Feel still not right.
If I was gonna go, I would really want a booster before.
Yes,
Like
if I was going, I
actually
would
going in.
I would
so-
definitely be getting a booster like
Yeah.
a good month or so ahead, just to like be really, on
be
top of it. But
safe.
Yeah,
We're
it's a
almost
bummer.
there.
I really wanted to go too. But
yeah, I think
Magfest was the only one of those events that I consistently always liked.
yes.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the first one that I'm just straight up missing since we started going,
Yeah. Same.
which was
So-
what 2015, 2016.
It's been a while.
I
Yeah.
think with the whole,
been a while.
you
been a
know,
while.
stay at home and try not to do as many, public activities and stuff.
Yeah,
We're kind of gonna have the rebound effect soon. Like,
we got to go do everything.
yeah, well, King Richard's Fair this year
Yeah.
apparently had like double the attendance it's ever had
Mhm.
for every single weekend this year, and it was because last year was-
Everyone's dying to get
Yep.
back to it.
Yep, nobody went. Everybody was careful.
All these
about it.
repressed Renaissance nerds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
And
just got to
that's-
get in that field with that tunic on, man.
That's right,
That's
baby.
terrifying.
And that's kind of part of the other reason I was
Pony
like
planes.
nervous about it. Was like it would make me nervous to go on a regular attendance year right now, but there's gonna be a shitload of
Yeah.
people at Magfest this year. I'm like,
And it's sad to have missed PAX, and I still
Yeah.
don't know what's exactly going to happen with PAX East.
If
but
PAX
I'm
East-
excited to go again because
Yes.
of not having gone. It's going to
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah, next year is going to be a
Just-
fucking
Exactly.
riot.
Everybody
Yeah.
just, pick somebody who has a mask and dresses them.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm going
That's
to go
all.
Scorpion.
That's all you need to do.
yep. Oh, weird. I was gonna go as Sub-Zero. How weird.
That's perfect. Let's fight in the middle of the convention floor.
Sweet.
No, I was
no-
going to go as Sub-Zero, but I was going to go as the unmasked Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat Chronicles or whatever it's called.
Okay, fine. Then
Awkward.
I'm going to go as Ermac, the robot that was built to hunt down the other ninja.
By dressing like that.
The original Ermac wasn't a robot, excuse me.
I thought it was.
I think he was Tauros for that.
with the chest.
I think
The
you can
chest
break that with
missile? Or
Tauros.
Maybe he's
No,
a
he,
cyborg.
no, you're right. He exists,
John,
but
I think
originally
he
he was a
just won
ninja.
an
I was
award
Oh, no
for
shit.
that
I didn't know
tone
that,
of voice.
actually.
Thank you so much,
That's
Linda
cool.
Wendy.
Or I could
Oh
go as
my God.
Rain.
Oh, you just walked
Yeah,
directly into an
Rain.
encounter.
The
Oh, man.
most
The
unknown
emo ninja.
Yeah. He literally throws a ball of water at you, and that
Braviary.
does just as much damage as a fucking, spear
Yeah.
from.
I will
yeah.
always just
America
want
bird!
to be Kakashi to completely switch gears. Completely?
Oh,
because
man.
then you can walk around with just porn all day.
Oh,
What?
Kakashi from Naruto.
I've never watched Naruto,
I mean,
but
There's
he's
that's
the guy with the white hair and he covers one of his
Yeah,
eyes.
and he's
with his-
always
Yes.
always has porn.
Yes, he's
Does
always
he really?
like
That's
reading
like the-
softcore.
Oh my God.
I have not watched a ton of Naruto, but that character,
Yeah.
fantastic.
just the moment the
I mean-
the moment the camera
and he's
quote
just
unquote
like
is away
always
from.
holding some sketchy.
Where am I
porn.
actually
I'm
trying to
pretty
go?
I think you're headed
sure-
to the northeast. I think you're heading the right way there.
Okay.
I saw a video at some point of somebody dressed up as Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yeah.
meeting a Kakashi and then both being like, check it out, like
Mhm.
showing each other their softcore porn books, and it was
Oh my God,
a weird anime convention video. Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
but perfectly appropriate because I'm sure that they'd be friends in real
This
life.
guy bothers me. His facial hair is weird because his mouth goes fully under his mustache and out, and it's like, so wait, does he have like the kind of like Fu Manchu kind of things going on, and then just a chin bit, and they just decide to draw those as a circle because his smirk goes under his mustache and past it, and that makes me uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
I'm gonna be honest. This guy looks like me if I really let myself go and just kind of gave up.
Plus,
and
like,
then 30 years older.
I was gonna say plus like at least 20 years. He's got some like tired
Oh
eyes.
no, exactly. This is if I'm still
I
wearing
don't know.
cargo
I think
shorts
he's
at
secretly
like
jacked under there.
50 years old.
This is just like
That would be
Kevin
a cool
Smith if he
life.
let his hair go again.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
There it is.
See what I did there?
Mhm. But yeah, if PAX has a physical event this
Skarmory
year,
became nimble.
next year, then I
Cool.
might go.
Yeah.
Because at that point, on top of it, it's local, like it's nearby, so I'm not spending anywhere near the same kind of money.
Yeah.
Good God.
And also, it's another 5-6 months further in and all
Yeah,
that. too.
it'll be early spring, and hopefully by then Booster will be very easy.
Goji is
easily-
thrusting in the general direction of the problem.
The bird is dead.
Always thrust.
ABT.
That's what I say.
Always be
66.
thrusting.
Hail Satan.
It's very, very thrustworthy.
Man.
Cross chop. Interesting.
Oh, cross chop is good.
What a thick level up. All
Isn't that
twos
bug
and
move?
threes.
No, it's
It's a
fighting.
Fighting move. All right, what are we looking at here?
I think my brain was on
100, but 80. Don't love
but
it.
critical hits do land more,
Crits land more easily. Fighting would be good coverage.
Oh, we have a shirt and suspenders for you.
I
I don't know if,
Don't you
Sarah
worry.
chatted with
I'm
you.
gonna chop it up, trim it. I'm gonna
Fuck it.
sew it a bit,
You only live
Yeah.
once.
make it my style.
Go for it. It's all yours.
Mm-hmm.
You do you. You do you. However you do you. You
I
got
think
a
having a fighting move
flamethrower.
is good for coverage.
Interesting.
Agreed.
Because you have the other
Forgot
fire
about
move,
duh.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, duh.
Give me a lot of homework, game.
Make
Oh,
me
the-
miss Whelp.
Duh, the champion of the
It
universe.
hypnotizes itself into copying any stash it.
Oh man, where was
Yeah,
that
that-
during Beast Boost shit?
Right? That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
That would have been cool.
They'd be like, "Oh wow, you just flattened all the rest of my team. Now my attack is also up 6 stages."
I am also a mega beast.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Because I believe that I am.
Gonna go ahead and hit Flare Blitz.
You can do it.
Bug and electric, I think.
The greatest thrust.
Oh my god.
You know, what's the thrust of your argument?
It's this.
Kyle.
Gyarados. Yeah, I'll switch Pokemon for that.
Remember all the cute Pokemon? The trainers are having fun. They're like, "Come over here, Pikachu," hee 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 hee, and then you're just like, "Come here, Kyle," and it's like, underneath here, it's an abomination.
Maybe that's how Lindsay is. Like, there's a smaller Lindsay inside of Lindsay operating Lindsay like a mech.
This
Yep.
is just a suit.
And her head
The
just
whole-
is going to flop over one day and the tiny Lindsay's going to emerge.
Her whole face and upper neck, you just kind of pull it back, and the actual Lindsay is just underneath.
I'll be surprised, but not
My
super surprised.
longest term friend.
Wait, what?
Sorry, my friend I've known since first grade, Amanda.
How did you say my
My
longest
longest
term
term
friend?
That
I would be devastated if someone introduced me that way. Hi, this is my longest term friend.
this is technically my.
Or like, a good friend.
It does
your
make it
best
sound.
friend,
Oh yeah, look at his mouth. Look
someone
at his
you
fucking
care
mouth.
about.
But it's the
Oh
person.
yeah.
Right? That's weird. That's
See,
not okay.
Even has dimples like me. That's
Oh, you know what
weird.
though? Look at his chin. Where his mustache goes all the way down, it does kind of disconnect a bit there. I
hang
think he's
over a
got
little
the
bit,
big
yeah.
Lemmy mustache. But no, even Lemmy's is just a
You
like
care
beardy
way too
thing.
much
It goes
That's just
around
trim.
the lips.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the other
Ugh.
day, Amanda looked at me and she said, "You've almost got all the characteristics of a human. Your programming's doing all right."
Nice.
And I was
What
like,
a compliment.
Got a little
"All
bit
right,
more.
thank you, thank you,
Little does she
thank
know.
you."
You know
Oh
what?
my god.
It was a compliment until she was like, though it's something like as simple as normal eating patterns. I think you would have picked that up by now. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I'll go now.
Womp womp. I've had a few years to practice.
Look at somebody. You know what? I think you could pass a Turing test.
Oh, thank you.
I think you could do it.
Thank you very much. Please fill this survey out. I mean,
Oh, is this the thing
You
where I
gotta
have to
use
have a
Tauros.
Pokemon do
Yeah.
a thing? Sure.
Tauros.
I wish there was just like a little thing that would show up over your head when you were nearby. Like,
that'd be kind of cute. Though, granted, if you interact with it, it will immediately. I think you press B or something. Yeah,
There
it will
it is.
immediately prompt you to
Yeah.
to use the Pokemon.
it did
but-
look pretty suspicious, I guess, but now I'm too fat.
Bye, Tauros.
Oh, good. More shit to dodge.
Oh, what's that sparkly?
That's a Zygarde cell.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
So
Oh, come on.
there are there might be exactly 100 of those in the game, split between Zygarde cells that are worth 1, and then there's Zygarde blocks or so. You can get more than one in a thing, but
Okay.
you have a Zygarde core that you get earlier in the game, and you as your Zygarde cube is full of more Zygarde cells, the Zygarde that you have becomes more powerful as a Pokemon.
Oh.
At like 10%, it becomes this kind of little. Is it 10% where it's like a dog thing?
About that.
And then 50% it becomes a worm-looking guy. And
I
then
don't remember. I don't think I ever got that
What the
far in my
hell?
game.
Okay.
At 100%, it becomes this huge like landworm,
Mega beast.
Midgar-Zormer kind of thing.
Okay.
Speaking of, has anybody watched Dune?
No, I've heard good things about it. I've never seen the original either, and
The
I've
new
never
movie?
read Dune either. So I'm like, I don't have a lot of comparison, I guess.
Oh no!
Oh, it's so cute.
Have
This
you?
is so confusing.
I
The
haven't seen it. All I
scientist's
know
name
is
is
that
Kyle.
that heartthrob kid.
oh, God.
is
I
it?
sent out my Kyle.
Timothy Chalamet.
He's
He's got a ditto.
That
Oh my
he's
god!
about to
Sorry.
turn into Kyle.
Very confusing.
The camera cuts back, and you're just also the scientist.
One of my little
Oh,
sisters.
God,
Oh,
we're
my
becoming
God.
Kyle.
But no, I gotta put something out that I can kill easily because I don't want to have to deal with. my
Oh
own
yeah,
work.
no, that actually will be a huge pain
copying
in the
anything
ass.
amazing. Yeah.
It'll copy the ability that lets it live
Who's
through.
my
a move.
worst dude? I guess I can put out Duh and
Duh.
then kill him with Griever
Yeah,
easily.
Well,
does not very threatening, I guess.
Does tanky as fuck though.
Yeah, but I'll be able to hit him with a giant lightning move.
What were you saying though? Sorry.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there's some heartthrob in Dune, apparently. I mean, like, not for us. We're too old for that.
Just
Oh,
like
Timothy
a
Chalamet.
young
I was
That
like,
one.
do you mean Timothy Chalamet?
That one, yes.
Because I've definitely heard that. Like,
Apparently, I don't know, all the kids are into that.
Okay.
gotcha.
Thanks for bringing
So-
it
The
up.
Robert
No
Pattinson
problem.
of a new age.
It's in Dune, man.
I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know how to feel about the new Dune because all the trailers I've seen make it look like a very slick and like sparkly looking sci-fi opera, but like the original Dune is such a fucking weird movie and
Yeah.
even weirder book.
I have
Well,
heard
David
much-
Lynch hates that fucking movie. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, like
The new one or the old one?
no, the old one. The one he made.
a lot of
Yeah.
the folks that I've heard back from going to see it were like the trailers were all so poorly, like none of them I guess get the tone of what the actual movie is doing.
Okay.
So like
Well, that makes me happier to hear because the trailers made it look like it was like Guardians of the Galaxy 4.
yeah.
You know, they're like, "Oh, come on, we have to battle, but we're stronger than they are.
Right, it seemed
How can
like
we match their power?" I was like, "This is Dragon Ball Z or is this Dune?"
Oh, I hope
one-
it's Dragon Ball Z.
Game of Thrones.
one
and Spice.
response that I'd seen from it is like there's a good chance that Dune is going to get unfairly maligned as ripping off Star Wars based on just how, you know, everybody sees movies and things these days, despite the fact that, you know, Star Wars took a lot of its inspiration from the book Dune in the first place, and it's like there's if Dune looks like Star Wars, there's a reason for that,
I mean,
and it's not because Dune is ripping off Star Wars.
much
It's
like what
okay.
I fear, if you go back and you look at the original Star Wars trilogy and even
yeah.
some of the prequels, there's some weird fucking gross aliens and some
Oh,
really
yeah.
unfortunate spots of the galaxy, and then you
Yep.
look at the more recent
Everybody's
Star
a dude
Wars
in paint.
everything is so like it's a little more fantasy,
love
it's a little
playing
less
on Z.
gritty, and everybody is so shiny. And
That's the
I
biggest.
don't know.
That's the saddest thing to me about Star Wars over time, including the prequel trilogies. Everything got very shiny.
yeah.
Not as much grit to it anymore.
I miss the fucking
Prequel
cantina.
trilogy, especially in my opinion, there was so much like look how slick pod racing. Most of these are like really like nice looking, and oh we got these stands, and oh here's this alien race.
Look how
in their
slick
white
Hayden
mega
Christensen's
city
face is.
spaceship.
It's so smooth.
Apparently he's coming
Not
back.
like sand. That's
coming back
coarse.
for,
Or Star Wars gets everywhere.
I think he's supposed to be involved in one of the like series that's going on Disney Plus. It might be the Book of Boba Fett.
I mean, that's fine.
Which is like, I am kind of glad that he's coming back. I think he was directed horribly.
Yeah, maybe he can get a chance to redeem himself, or he'll just
I was gonna
be
say,
pushed over
he
the
was
edge.
he was fine in other movies.
He
that
was.
were not Star Wars.
That's the
Yeah.
saddest thing is like he was a
I mean,
perfectly
if
valid
you go
actor.
back
but,
and
like,
look at the script. The writing is
oh, it's
abysmal.
terrible.
Horrifying.
So funny.
So
It is
terrible.
so funny.
You got to look at some of the behind the scenes and some like making of stuff about the prequel trilogies with
Yeah.
George Lucas, where he looks like he's shell shocked the whole time.
Oh no!
People, because he wrote Star Wars as a very simple story, and they
Yeah.
were like, "We want more, and you can do 3, and we'll pay you $200 million." And George Lucas is like, "Well, I do love money.
I do
like
like
more
money.
than anything." So
Famed capitalist George Lucas.
Yeah. So he just threw shit together, and you can even tell, like, in some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, they're talking about scenes, and he's like, yeah, well, so he'll do this, and then somebody asks a question, and he's like, you haven't gotten that far in the writing yet, but, like, you know, well, and it's like the first three movies were written front to back before the trilogy was released. Like, George Lucas had the plot points all written out, and the prequel stuff, he was like, this will be cool, right? Yeah. Kids love toys.
Part of the reason he had so much written out for the first movie back when it was just called Star Wars as a movie was like, well, I'm never going to get to make all three of these, but if I write it as if it's part of that, it'll like really make that seamless kind of like, oh, this is part of a serial like thing, and like, oh, it'll be a really convincing thing, and then it was the biggest fucking thing ever, and he went, oh, I guess maybe I can actually make those movies now.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the beats in a primitive form were there for like episodes 1, 2, and 3,
like the Clone Wars discussion and stuff,
exactly.
and
the stuff that you almost don't even recognize in the movies because there's so much bullshit.
If someone,
but it was there.
If so, a big popular thing nowadays is completely context-free frames from movies, sometimes with subtitles in them. If you showed someone a frame from the original, from A New Hope, back like from the original Star Wars, of Luke and Obi-Wan, and he says like, oh, I fought with your father back in the Clone Wars. One, out of context, that is the most like, it's such a dorky sci-fi sentence, totally devoid of the knowledge now, 50 years later of all
context,
this. But like, on its own, it's like, yeah, you just, that's an easy thing to pull out. Oh, there were clones and we fought and like whatever. But also, I feel like you'd have a hard time convincing someone who hadn't seen the original Star Wars that line was actually in it. Like, so, like you're like, oh, that's obviously someone edited that because they wanted to make a joke about the old movies or something. It's like, no, he wrote that knowing full well he was never going to need to follow up on it.
Yeah.
And then, oops, someone gave him an Olympic-sized swimming pool full of money and went, yeah, but make it real though. And he went, oh.
And the problem is they gave him all the control. You know, in the first movie, George Lucas had plenty of, you know, creative input and stuff, but the movie was ultimately made by a giant team of people, including a lot of like important writers and, you know, cinematographers and stuff. And then for the prequel trilogy, they were like, George Lucas, you are literally a one-man army. Here's $1 billion. You can do anything. You can tell anybody. You can fire anybody. You can
do whatever the fuck you want.
Choose everything, and that's a bad idea.
I would really like to be that.
Just be
famed
given
capitalist Lindsay Gibbons.
Give me all the money and let me just
Mag
run
Mortar.
free.
I mean, so that does sound
I would
cool.
do so much fun stuff.
The interesting thing to me about George Lucas, I think compared to like John Carpenter and them, is like they both kind of came up together in similar times, and both of them apparently their goal was, I want to make a bunch of movies, I want to get rich doing it so that I can then freely, divorced from all the studio system, I can just do whatever fucking movies I want and nobody will tell me no, and I can just whatever. And then George Lucas like got stuck in this situation where
poor George Lucas.
Yeah. Well, no. Not poor George Lucas, but like he kept getting presented with essentially like, yeah, but if we give you more money, will you do more of this one thing? And he goes, I mean, yes, and he did, and now he's however old he is, he's got to be like 70-something by now, and he never really escaped Star Wars, and now he's just stuck. Once the prequel trilogy came and went, a lot of people were like, oh, that was not so good, and I'm sure for him he was like, sweet, they leave me alone now and I can do my own shit. And then he didn't do anything for years at all.
Well, he's probably burnt out.
Nowadays,
probably, yeah.
Wasn't he only tangentially involved with 7, 8, and 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he involved with any of the Disney Plus stuff?
I have no idea.
No.
But he's not doing anything else either.
Basically, they just back a truck of money up to George Lucas's house, and then they do whatever Star
We
Wars
want to
things
use
they
Boba
want.
Fett today.
And he's
all
like,
right.
okay, from his porch. Yeah. I mean, that's how it is. After the prequel trilogies, they were like, ooh, so maybe George Lucas shouldn't have sole creative control of every element. What if we just gave you a huge amount of money and did the rest ourselves?
Well, why don't we come back next time? We can keep talking about this.
Wow.
Sounds good.